Glad to have you with us from Austin, Texas, DKR Texas Memorial Stadium. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. It's the Ohio State Buckeyes and the Texas Longhorns. Alongside David Pollock and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, this is the matchup that everybody has been looking forward to all season. You might remember Texas got off to a rocky start under young quarterback Arch Manning last year in Columbus. But he is better, and the team has improved around him. Ohio State was in the college football playoff last year, and Ryan Day expects this team to be even better. We'll find out here today. This is the matchup everybody's been waiting for. Back to you.
And the Buckeyes headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So Texas offense has the ball first today. And here comes Arch Manning. More than 300 yards passing and a couple of touchdowns last time out.
And how much fun has it been watching this young man early this season as advertised? It was so special a year ago. And, David, you could really see all the work this guy has put in the offseason. He's playing at a...
It's a seam wide open. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
Handoff for Brown. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. He was grabbing for anything he could get a hold of and wound up with a fistful of face mask, and it'll cost him 15. They go play action with Manning. Throws to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They get him down, but this offense is set up first and goal from the 9. That sends a message that this offense is going to attack downfield.
And I like this offense coming out being aggressive, attacking the middle of the field right away, way down the field on this first drive.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
And for quarterbacks throwing the ball down this close to the goal line, because there's so many bodies in such a small space, oftentimes routes take a little bit longer to develop, and it forces quarterbacks to have to hold on to it a little bit longer. That's the risk and danger with throwing the ball so close to the goal line. You might get sacked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Looking for the goal line. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And the offense, man, he couldn't find anybody open. Like, somebody's got to create some separation, or what do? How about I throw a jump ball to one of my big receivers out wide that can go up and dunk on somebody's head and catch the football? Maybe find my big playmakers and try to force them the ball down here in the red zone.
And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Ohio State Buckeyes offense coming onto the field, and we'll we'll get our first look at them in this one. They sure hope that that dynamic connection that was on display last week rears its head and wreaks havoc again today, Jesse.
And last week, it didn't matter what the secondary was doing from a coverage standpoint, David, whether it was man, zone, double covered, ISO. These two were simply unstoppable. Huge challenge for the defense today.
Well, maybe they try the triple coverage. I mean, because obviously nothing worked a week ago, but I've got to take his main threat away. Obviously a superstar out wide. Like, I've got to make somebody else beat me. Obviously a great QB wide receiver duo. I'm just not letting that wide receiver get me today.
Going with the counter play here. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. The Buckeyes with the 1st and 10. Gonna run it. It's Jackson. Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Saying from the gun on 3rd down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down. The Buckeyes will punt this one away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Punt goes out of bounds, and a really nice job as they stick them deep in their own end. They'll mark it around the 10. Play action, here's Manning. Looking to the big tight end. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And man, last year was such an interesting year for Arch Manning because preseason, greatest thing since sliced bread. Start of the season, nobody likes him. Get out of here. Nobody thinks he can play. He's not any good. End of the season really started to put it together. So Palmer, he took a lot of criticism, but I love the way he stayed level-headed. And now this next season, another year of experience, I expect some great things from Arch Manning.
Yeah, there were huge expectations on this team in general. Maybe everybody a year too early on those expectations, but it's founded now. I mean, you've seen enough from Arch Manning to understand he can take this team to a national championship, and they've surrounded him with a lot of talent too. Cam Coleman, amongst a bunch of other guys coming in through the portal, weapons for him to throw to, and I cannot wait to see what Steve Sarkisian's offense looks like this year.
Out wide right, it's Townsend. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the 1st down. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. No sign of the punt team as they will go for it and try to move those chains. Fires to the wideout. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Dragged to the ground, but not before. He's converted the 4th down to keep the drive going. The Longhorns come to the line in the hurry-up. Art's going to spin it again. Rush right in his face. Had it in his hands, and he dropped it. Thought he had another big play and interception. He'll have to settle for the PBU. It's 2nd down. Arch Madness. Unloads to the wideout. And he fires over the middle. It's incomplete. Final play of the quarter coming. Manning tries to pick it up on 3rd down. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Going to work in the air, it's Manning. Under pressure. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Manning. Fires into the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, pressure's coming. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Splits the uprights right down the middle. The lead now 6 here in the 2nd.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They are searching for any type of answer they can find, down 6-0. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. Takes the handoff. It's Jackson. Just enough there to get it to the 25, a pickup of 2. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. Now here's Sayin, working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down. And the Buckeyes will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Coverage unit all over him, stopped immediately. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. They're going to test that run defense to the right here. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24. Got 3 on 1st down at 2nd and 7. Wide receiver going in motion. Manning with a play fake. Complete. He'll be forced out of bounds at the 28-yard line as this offense tries to mount a drive. Here they come, trying to convert a 3rd and short from the 28. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. He slides past the sticks. That'll be enough to convert the 3rd down. The Longhorns have it with a 1st and 10. Fires to the big fella. There he goes. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Give to the single back. Maybe some room here. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a 1st down at the 31. They'll give it to Brown. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run. The Longhorns in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Quarterback changing the play. Might as well run him again. All over him immediately. Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's past the sticks. The chains will move, and they'll have 1st and 10 from inside the red zone at the 18. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they'll talk it over to see if they can build on this lead before halftime. Now inside the 20, 1st and 10 from the 18. Arch is going to throw for it. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. Timeout signaled for by the Buckeyes. That's their 1st. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the 1st down. And the Longhorns are threatening on 1st and goal. Wide receiver comes in motion. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Ohio State calls its 2nd timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this 2nd down. They'll send the back in motion. To the air, it's Manning. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Longhorn! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That touchdown puts them up by at least 2 scores. Too early to say it's over? Probably, but boy, it's starting to feel that way.
It might not be over, but you're in trouble, and you better find some answers really, really quickly. This team is putting everything together, and right now you got nothing going. Come on, give me something.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Rush is on. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver. Ball, and it'll be second down. Here's Julian saying to throw. Left side, it's Jackson. Now the Longhorns will call the first of their 3 timeouts. The brain trust getting thoughts together for this big third down coming up. Turns it upfield. It's a game of first downs, and they've got one out to their own 37. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Again, it's Sayin. Lets it fly. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line. Warp speed for second down. Looking to throw again. Here comes the heat. The throw. Out wide left, it's Jackson. He's down right there, short gain on the grab. Got to get to the line quickly for this third down play. Sayin from the gun on third down. Fires to the tight end. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. Set up for the first down play, and they're going to call a timeout and talk it over instead. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. Look out! Snags it! He gets it in! Touchdown, Ohio State!
And finally the offense strikes, man. Puts a drive together, gets points right at the end of the first half. Kudos to their defense keeping them in it. Now you got some momentum. Figure some things out at halftime. Right back in this ball game.
Lining up for the PAT. And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Got some green grass. Got enough for the first down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Here's Arts to throw. Fires complete on the crosser. And how about that? What the doctor always ordered, an explosive play to the 40. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. Oh, the attempt is no good. The lead is still 6 after the miss. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We get right to it with Indiana taking on the number 24 team, the Washington Huskies. And it's the Hoosiers Keeping things within arm's reach here in this ranked-on-ranked battle. I think the plan here is just to get to halftime, then figure out a way to pull this out in the second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside SEC. Now back over to your game at DKR in Austin. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at DKR.
And the Longhorns will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Cross. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Ohio State sending out the offense to start this drive. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Breaks into the open. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. Sayin on the play action. Snags it. It'll be a gain of 6. Sets up 2nd and 4. The last completion got him 6. Now it's 2nd and 4. And the RPO got it. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. Horns up and ready to hook them. Serious noise on 3rd down in DKR. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards. So the early contact for the defense, and they'll move it up 5 yards. Selling the run, but he wants to throw it. Got it. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. Not many play calls a coach likes better than this. 2nd and 1 after getting 9. Short pass. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the 1st down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll go play action with Sayin. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Run in the red zone. It's Jackson. Made a defender miss. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
Lining up for the point after and the lead. And the extra point puts them on top by 1. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and the scoring play came on the 12-yard run. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Texas offense makes its way out to begin the drive. So as soon as they step on the field here in the 3rd quarter, they find themselves trailing, and now they'll try to answer with a score of their own. Snags it quickly on the left.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Stop right there. You know they'd love to convert this 3rd down after missing a field goal on the last drive. Motion from the wideout. 3rd down from the gun. Manning fires to the wideout. Got his man downfield. Lots of room to run. Huge plays like that can change the complexion of a game, and he's got it at the 22-yard line.
Well, the offense is finding success throwing this guy's way. He just had a massive, massive play, his longest catch of the game. And I think if you're on offense, you got to keep looking this guy's way. He's now starting to prove that he's eating his guy alive in coverage, and he needs more touches.
Barely time to catch our breath after that one, and they've got it 1st and 10, threatening just outside the red zone. Delayed to the back. It's Smothers. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Here's Manning to throw. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The Longhorns will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. They'll run with Brown. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. He gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
Well, the defense basically played that one perfectly, right? Against the RPO, they did a nice job staying back, hanging, watching the quarterback's eyes, and taking away any throw. And when he decided to try to keep the football and scramble to his left, they were all over him. Great job defensively, playing together as one unit on that one.
It's 3rd and goal, and a long way from the end zone. Manning from the gun on 3rd down. Big guy smells it. He stopped short of the goal line, couldn't find his way in, and it'll bring up 4th and goal. They'll run it. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down. They'll run it. Couldn't find any way to get out of the end zone, and they get him for a safety.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
So after that safety, they'll kick it away from their own 20. Making his first move. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Manning on play action. Reels it in. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Guys, it is Texas who holds the lead. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Quick give. It's Smothers. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. The fake wants to throw. Right side, it's Coleman. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. They've got a 1st down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, 4th quarter. Couldn't ask for anything more. Hits the hole. It's Smothers. And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. 8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Tight end now in motion. Left side is Coleman. He stopped, but he's got enough to move the chain. The Longhorns getting set on 1st and 10. Finds his man on the RPO. Stopped right there. Now on 2nd down, they want to keep moving forward and keep that clock churning. Throwing Manning. Out wide left, it's Townsend. He'll be stopped at the 16-yard line. It's enough for a first down in the red zone. Manning to the air again. Got his man. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. They go play action with Manning. Fires to the tight end. That completion takes them down to the 7-yard line, and they are ready to strike. Manning lines up in the gun on third down. Out wide right, it's Smothers. He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up fourth down. Gets the back moving. Fourth down, Manning. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorn. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
And I love the play design here. The ball is designed to come out of the quarterback's hands quickly, finds his big-time target for the touchdown.
Getting set for the point after. And he splits the uprights and pushes the lead to 8 here in the fourth. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're on the cusp of what would be an historic loss, falling as the #1 team in the country unless they can pull it together here in the final moments. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game. Finds space, it's Jackson. They open the lane, and he hit it a gain of 5 out to the 33. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. He'll try to make the catch in traffic. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Now the offense will try to run out the clock with the lead. Motion from the wide receiver. To throw, Manning. Safe little shovel pass. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. So they'll use a timeout here, one more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. Third down conversions, always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Manning from the gun on third down. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down. My goodness, he unloads on that one. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They got the stop they needed. Now can the offense pay it off and tie this game up late? Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Throwing, say it. Finds a soft spot in the middle. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. DKR heating up and trying to make third down impossible here. Saying, trying to be heard above the noise. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the first. Can't find his man. It'll be incomplete, and that is a heartbreaker this late in the game. Don't want to risk anything here. The quarterback takes a knee. What a battle this game was. Went right down to the end. #1 team in the land gets knocked off. But sometimes this gives you a chance to recalibrate some things, guys.
Yeah, and they're going to have to go back and watch this film and face some tough truths as well, because we know they've got a ton of talent. And this is a team that when they're playing their A game, they look like the best team in the country, David. Consistency, though, is going to be a big thing for them moving ahead.
Yeah, so you got to use this. You got to look at what you did wrong. You got